Why do black people have to forget about slavery? Black people have to forget about slavery because we are still under attack currently today. So until we can focus and solve the issues that we have right now, we cannot go back into the past and correct what happened 400 years ago. We are under attack today. So we need to start fixing and resolving the issues that we have today with the system. If we could go back, we can get money for slavery, right? And it's not going to help us because they're using different tactics today. Similar tactics, yes. Know your history so that it doesn't repeat. But our history, it extends before slavery. But before we can even untangle that cord, we have to take the shackles off that we have on today, like mass imprisonment, poor education, incorrect identification. We cannot fix slavery has already happened, and especially if you consider that black families and black people were thriving post-slavery. So slavery, yes, it did something, right? But it did not limit us. It did not stop us from succeeding once we became free. It's what started happening to us after slavery that got us in the position that we are in right now. So we have to forget about slavery currently and fix what's going on right now. Fix what's happening right now. We got to counter their attacks on us right now. Then after we get to shore, because we're in the water trading, once we get to shore, then we can go back and make them pay for what they did. Because right now, slavery is just a distraction, and they know that. We gotta focus.
Someone once said, slavery was a long time ago. Forget about it. Well, I understand why people say so, because history feels far. But then again, feel this. Your grandparents' ability to buy a house, your school district funding, even who gets those things were shaped by laws and practices that came out of slavery and century after. Redlining and Jim Crow didn't just end overnight. The result? A huge wealth gap that still exists today. So, telling people to get over it, it's like telling someone to ignore the leak while the roof still flooded. We fix the roof, repair the leak, and that's what justice feels like.
White people don't want slavery taught in school because they don't want their kids to feel guilty. I was having a conversation with an old conservative friend of mine that I used to have. We no longer talk. And it was about the erasure of the teaching of slavery in school. And he said he wholeheartedly supported them no longer teaching about slavery in school because he doesn't want his daughter to have to grow up feeling guilty about something that she never did. He supports erasing history, essentially, because he doesn't want his child to feel guilt because of the crimes of their ancestors. If you were wondering why, I'm sure you can kind of see why we're not friends anymore. And the whole thing is, your daughter wouldn't have to feel guilt if your parents, their parents, hell, if even you had worked on doing something, you and your peers worked on doing something to try to correct the wrongs that were done in the past. This is not me saying that there have not been things done to make life better for my people, but also if those things still don't outweigh the things that were done in the past to a degree where you think that your child simply knowing what was done in the past is going to create a level of guilt that you are not comfortable with them having, them learning the history is not the problem here.
Get over it. I like to talk about that, right? Not to shame anyone, okay? But to explain why that line is common and why it misses the whole point. All right, right now, if you have your 10 to 15 minutes, I'd like you to spare me, all right? While I show you the story behind the words, right? And what justice really looks like. Okay, now slavery, just a short story. Okay, slavery legally ended in the US in the year 1865, but the next century saw laws and policies, Jim Crow, violent repression, and the later housing and lending rules. Okay, and this close path to wealth for the blacks. Okay, that not controversial at all. Historians and economists, have traced how policy change outcomes, or rather shaped outcomes.
Imagine this. You and your entire family are asleep in your home, peaceful, safe, and happy. Suddenly, in the middle of the night, strangers break in. They're armed. They beat your father, they chain your mother, and they drag your children out of bed crying. They don't speak your language. They don't even care about your rights because they're not here to negotiate. They load you onto a filthy ship, and for weeks you're shackled in your own waste. You're barely fed with people dying next to you. You hear screaming. You see children being thrown overboard. And this is not war. This is business. When you reach their land, they sell you like cattle. Your family's ripped apart forever. Your name is taken. Your language is forbidden, and your God is erased. And your body, well, it belongs to them now. You will be worked until you die, and your children will be born into the same horror. Your grandchildren will never know freedom, and 400 years later, their descendants will look at your descendants and say, why can't y'all just get over it? The transatlantic slave trade wasn't just bad, it was a multi-century genocide masked in economics. It wasn't just physical slavery, it was a erasure of entire cultures, families, languages, and futures for profit. If that had happened to your family, would you just move on?
The question here is, how long ago? Now, if a long time ago is claimed right now, then why are systems not changed yet towards the black? For example, there are some benefits that the whites get that the black don't get even to date. So, if the long time ago is claimed, then system should be changed as well. This is my sincere opinion, alright? History didn't disappear at all. Okay, it created the world, okay, we have now. If we want fairness, you have to do hard work, alright? And not rewinding pain, but building policies that actually fix the damage. This is my opinion. Guys, let me know what your opinions are on the comment section. And if you haven't subscribed to this channel, what are you waiting for? Do well to subscribe, like, and share as you get daily updates. We're here for you. Love you all.